Sometimes, destiny doesn't shout, it whispers, and only the brave ones hear it and change everything. Late afternoon, an empty rural road, the kind of silence that makes you feel the world is holding its breath. Then, a sound, a cry for help that doesn't speak our language, but goes straight to the heart. My name is Elena Lima. My grandmother used to say, "When you save a life, you take on an eternal responsibility." That day I finally understood what she meant. I saw the fence, the metal glinting in the sun, and a small trembling body trying to be free. There are no beasts when fear is in pain, only life begging for another chance. I whispered softly, "I'm here." My hands were shaking, not from weakness but from respect. I cut the wire, held the tiny creature that the world had labeled wild, and then I saw it. A collar, sleek, metallic, expensive, the kind that says, "Someone thinks this belongs to them." A lion cub. With a tracker, I drove straight to Dr. Maya Souza, the local vet. Kind eyes, sharp mind. The bright light of her clinic doesn't judge. It reveals x-rays, scans, silent readings, sedatives in his blood, a microchip, active GPS, and one word that doesn't belong anywhere near the word nature. Control. Maya looked at me, not as a scientist, but as a woman who knew the cost of truth. "This cub wasn't born free," she said. "He was managed." That word hit like a cold wind down my spine. Managed. Like inventory. Like property. The internet, when you know where to look, becomes a map of hidden crimes. Savantra global safaris, luxury experiences, private jets, smiling clients taking pictures with rescued wildlife, and buried in forgotten reports, the truth. Cubs bred for photos. Then quietly discarded. On the screen, serial numbers, transport routes, names. A pattern that empathy can see even when justice pretends not to. These animals were never wild. They were born into captivity and dressed up as miracles. I wasn't looking to be a hero. I just wanted the world to stop pretending it couldn't see. Then he came. A tailored suit. A polished smile. Ricardo Voss. "Miss Lima," he said, "I'm here to retrieve my client's property." Property. For a second, I thought he might listen. That if I said a living creature isn't property, he'd understand. But the world of power speaks a different language, the language of price, generous compensation, confidentiality, legal consequences. I'd already lost everything that mattered. There's no fine big enough to scare a conscience that's awake. So I told him, "See you in court." That night came with messages. "The gate open." Footprints that disappeared in the dirt. Phone calls with silence on the other end. Threats dressed as warnings. Not my fear, theirs. Intimidation only works on those afraid to lose. I had nothing left to lose, except my purpose. Maya opened the file. Old fractures. Patterns of restraint. This cub had never known sunlight without bars between him and the sky. Science doesn't exaggerate. It proves, and when truth has proof, it stops whispering. It walks. I gathered everything. Photos, tests, records, even the threats. Proof of guilt in their own words. Then I turned on the camera, looked at myself on the screen, and understood my grandmother's words for the first time. "My name is Elena Lima. This cub was found with a corporate tracking collar. I have documents, evidence, dates. If anything happens to me, it's already in the hands of the authorities. Animals are not products, and silence is no longer an option." I hit upload, backup sent, everything scheduled. No way back. Dawn doesn't hide the truth. It shines right on it. And when they came back, 3 SUVs, same polished smile. I was ready. "Final offer," he said. I smiled back. Not because it was funny, but because I understood something. Power thinks it's invincible until someone hits go live. 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 people watching. Comments flooding in. "We see you. We stand with you." Then came the sirens. But this time, not from them. Law enforcement. Environmental agents. People who speak the language of facts. The cub was carried out gently. Safety isn't captivity. It's a bridge to freedom. Ricardo leaned close. "You have no idea who you're dealing with." I looked him in the eye. "And you have no idea who I'm fighting for." The internet did what it does best when truth is undeniable. It spread. Headlines, hashtags, people I'd never met speaking my name as if they knew me. but it was never about me. It was about what we choose to do when no one's watching. Some call it kindness. I call it respect for life. Days later, the sun looked the same, but the air felt lighter. That invisible weight on the world's shoulders had finally lifted. The sanctuary, open fields, clean air, and that same little body running unafraid for the first time. Maya hugged me. No medals in this kind of war. Only scars no one sees and a peace that everyone feels. I'm not perfect. I'm scared sometimes. I doubt, but that day, I learned that courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is the choice to love even when fear is louder. Love is a lion. Love is the wind. Love is saying no when it's easier to say whatever. Savantra was placed under investigation. Lawyers argued commas, but commas can't erase the full stops that truth writes. I went back to where it began. The fence, the road, that golden light at the end of the day. Life has a beautiful way of closing circles. The sun laying down its light on the same ground where it all started. Far away, I saw a golden figure, running free, part of something bigger than me. Some call it nature. I call it freedom. Maya whispered that I had changed things. I told her not alone, because compassion spreads. It touches one person, then another, and another. I didn't earn money. I didn't buy anything, but I gained something no one could ever sell. The certainty that I chose what's right even when it was costly. If you ask me why, I'll say this. When you save a life, you remember who you are. And maybe you save your own too. Courage and compassion are not the opposite of strength. They are strength. The kind that doesn't humiliate. The kind that doesn't need to shout. The kind that enters quietly, turns on the light, and stays. So if destiny ever whispers to you, stop, listen. Maybe it's not a roar. Maybe it's just life. Asking for your hand, she saved a wounded lion cub. But what the vet found
changed everything.
In the end, we didn't just find a villain or a hero. We found proof that when love is brave, it frees everything the world tries to cage, even us.